Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Out of Fuel Simracing. We're a Le Mans Ultimate League based in North America. And today we welcome you to our fifth round of the Multiclass Championship. I'm your host, Nitin Murthy, and today I'm joined at the booth by Jesse Olson, usually our Wednesday commentator, but making the switch to Thursdays. Jesse, great to have you here for the first time. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Excited to be here on a Thursday rather than a Wednesday. Variety is the spice of life, and shake things up a little bit from time to time. This should be a little different change of color for me, calling on the multi-class racing today. I'm sure you're going to step us through some of the things here, but glad to be here and looking forward to tonight's race at Sebring.
And I am excited to have you on just because you've been in the championship and you're giving us the first person view almost, boots on the ground sort of view. Yeah, enough waffling from me. Today's race at the Sebring International Raceway. Uh, a unique track, let's say. Very bumpy and very technical. You start the lap down the start finish straight right after sunset and head into turn one, a very fast left hander, very high commitment, before heading down into turns two through five almost. Uh, very narrow section, very technical. Very easy to get your exit wrong as you head out down Big Bend towards the hairpin. So that opens the first major overtaking opportunity on this lap. Coming out of the hairpin as well, a tricky exit, sort of a little S bend there. Going on another run down to Cunningham, that opens up the second sort of major overtaking zone that we usually see here. And from there, we head down another tight section to Tower, very bumpy 90-degree right-hander down Bishop Bend, before heading through the fast right-left right of Le Mans, down the long back straight towards Sunset Corner, very, very long right-hander, very bumpy again, just a feature of this track. And very easy to get your exit wrong, very easy to get your entry wrong and smack that outside wall. We saw quite a lot of carnage happening into Sunset going in the sprint yesterday, and that is one place I would definitely look out for tonight.
Yeah, this is a very near and dear track to my heart. And I've actually done some personal laps here, and I'll never forget something my instructor said to me about turn 17, which is Sunset. Um, there is no sorry. There's a lot of how do you say it? There's no right lines into turn 17. There's only wrong ones. It's a very tricky corner. The track kind of opens up before the apex, so it looks like sometimes there's a place you can put your car, but it squeezes down, and the way you want to drive through that corner with where the bumps are placed, it's as wide as it is. It's really basically about a one and a half car width wide lane to get through that. So there's big speed coming into that corner, and there's big speed coming out of it, coming down the next straightaway. So that should be our activity tonight. Should be lots of excitement. Not just there, all over the track. There's a lot of corners here that are very tricky. It's an old surface, as you know, and they haven't touched it. And I'm pretty sure they refuse to touch it, giving Sebring its signature character. So we'll see how these guys handle the bumps tonight.
Yeah, very well put there, Jesse. And yeah, tonight's race is the multi-class race with the LMP2s and ELMS spec LMP2s, so almost as fast as hypercars and GT3s. So quite a lot of chaos to come, I'm sure. If you've tuned into the last week's broadcast, you know that the rain brought with it some interesting action. So we'll look to see how this race follows up from that. We'll take a quick look at our championship standings. First off, for the LMP2 UR standings, 11 drivers still in it. Greg Kachadorian leading the points standings with 3 wins out of 4. Dominant season once again from Greg, both on pace and on strategy, managing to make the most out of pretty much every race except for Le Mans. James Rubio in second on 135 points. He had a win at Le Mans and has been pretty consistently up there, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do, given that Greg is weighed down by 20 kilos of success ballast. Hans Montez in third, showing that consistency is very rewarding in this class on 123. And behind them, Ryan Balloon very close on 122 points. Don Bailey on 121, so top So P3 to P5 all within 2 points. Brian Crane right behind on 118, and Michael Landry and Nate Sides tied for 7th on 117 points. Abe Wozniak in 9th on 104, with Chris McLennan right behind on 103. And Michael Kwan brings up the rear, having missed a couple of races, but will be looking to make up some ground in these next few rounds.
Yeah, positions 3 through almost 8 there are covered by 6 points. So a lot to battle for there for 6 of those drivers right in the middle of the pack. They're all going to be fighting for, a top level spot for the points, but at least trying to crack that top 3. Greg's got a commanding lead, but he's got a lot of ballast tonight. This is a power track. You've got to have some good power to get down these straights. I think there could be an opportunity for somebody to pick up a win tonight besides Greg.
Yep, and we see a tight pack in the LMP2 class, but then we move on to our second category, LMGT3. A three-way tie for P1. I thought of something to hype up the three-way tie to P1, but I don't think I can do justice to it. That is insane. 3 drivers all equal on points after 4 rounds, halfway through this championship. And all 3 are, I believe, race winners this season. So this is going to be a very interesting championship that we'll have to keep track of in these next few races. William Angram, Dakota Botello, and Guillermo Perret all tied for P1. Grayson Head are a little bit further back and forth on 108, but behind him, Ross McLean on 98 points, Parker Thomas 96, Harrison Miller 94, Justin Fortuna on 93, Dustin Rand on 92, and Dave Pacanini on 88. So P5 through 10 here as well, within 10 points. So this championship is there's just so much to talk about everywhere you look.
Yeah, once again, like the LMP2 class, the ballast is going to be on these leaders up front. We've seen Willie win a race, Dakota win a race, and Guillermo, all of them. I think they've all have won a race now, if I'm not mistaken. But somebody like Grayson definitely has the pace to keep up with these guys. If he can put together a clean race tonight, he's got a good opportunity with these guys carrying a significant amount of ballast, all 3 of them.
Yep. I, for one, would love to see a bit of a surprise thrown up here for Sebring. Has thrown up some interesting results in the past. But without further ado, getting to the end of practice here. You see the orders right now. Greg Castorian leading in LMP2. About 2/10, but of course it's just practice. We'll see what that gap is come qualifying time. Leading from Don Bailey and Michael Quant. Meanwhile, in the GT3s, we have Avi Ganti and Guillermo Perret. Avi Ganti is about half a second ahead of Guillermo. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come, but that's scary that he's got that much pace.
Yeah, we know Avi's quick, and these other guys carrying ballast behind him. I wasn't sure if Avi would be here tonight. It looks like he is, so great to have him out. He'll obviously, I think, hands down be the favorite for our GT3 category tonight with his pace and the other guys being weighed down. They're going to need some help if they're going to keep Avi behind them.
Avi Ganti, a relative newcomer, only joined in round 3, hence the reason we didn't really discuss him in the championship standings. But he has shown incredible pace, setting what is the fastest quali time of the season relative to alien pace or the lap record around Interlagos, a 100.27%. That is an absurd time to be putting out in this league, I should say. So that'll be one to look out for.
Yeah, I expect to see Grayson get a time up here. His 1 lap pace is very strong, so I expect to see him towards the front here in qualifying. But as great as qualifying is, this is going to be an endurance race tonight. I haven't sat on one of these events to call it, but I'm sure that there's going to be some strategies that these guys are going to need to execute from the beginning of the race all the way to the checkered flag. So, qualifying is going to be important. Let's not be fooled by the 1 lap pace. Somebody might have have a better long race plan than the other one. It can easily and the opportunities come at Sebring in all sorts of shapes and sizes. These corners are tricky, especially when you get into the multi-class aspect of it. Getting two cars through a lot of these corners, it takes both drivers willing to chip in, and if one driver isn't doing their part, it can go pretty badly pretty quickly here at Sebring. There's some walls to hit. There's other things to run into. And and it's just the nature of this track with multi-class racing. So you're going to get some bumps and bruises on your car as well as your suspension. So we'll see how the night shakes out with the multi-class traffic. But for somebody, there might be an opportunity that opens up.
Speaking of the Multiclass Championship, let's go through the format real quick. So tonight's race is a 55-minute race with double tire and fuel usage. So as Jesse said, kind of an mini endurance race of sorts. And we will see drivers try different things on strategy, I'm sure. But before that, of course, we have to get through qualifying. It's a 25-minute affair. And as usual, the qualifying for our multi-class series, first 12 minutes are for the GT3. So from when the clock starts going till about 13 minutes remaining, the GT3s will be free to set their best lap possible. After the 13-minute mark, the GT3s will have to finish whatever lap they're on. And then at the 12-minute 30-second mark, the LMP2s will go out to start their laps. So we will be forwarding to quali momentarily. I believe we have one car still out on track to wrap up qualifying.
Yeah, so the GT3s here, they're effectively getting about 12 minutes plus if they can get that across the line just in time. Put their laps in. That's going to probably mean around 5 or 6 laps for these guys. The good thing here at Sebring is it uses the WEC pits, which allows you to come right out of pit lane and start a flying lap. I don't think there's any other track you could do that's in the game like this. So it'd be interesting to see who maybe tries to do 2 shots at quali on really low fuel versus people that just put a whole tank in and just ride around for probably 6 laps. We'll see this if anybody's able to get the tires warmed up in time to do two different sort of shots at the pole.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. We did see a bunch of that happen in qualifying for the sprint as well. Drivers.
Personally, I'm one to just put gas in it and just ride around and just take my time getting the tires warmed up. I'm not a real good qualifier, so to these guys that can get the tires up a temperature and then make them work on the first flyer, if you would, here, that's a level that's beyond me. That's for sure. I just put gas in it and go and see if I can get a clean lap in. That's usually my strategy for quality. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but these are longer races.
As GT3 fuel is getting ready to go, David Carter, for some reason, choosing to park it and wait for everyone else to go. Sensible strategy if you're thinking about me. But our GT3 fuel is filtering out. Johnson, and like you said, immediately going through sunset and starting a lap is Nick Johnson. On cold tires, of course, so don't expect this to be a very representative time. But of course, the goal right now is just get your tires warm, get your car in the zone for when the real laps that matter will start.
Yeah, these first laps will be representative of anything. I don't think anybody's gonna. You hope you don't have to stand on your first out lap here at Sebring for old quali, but I've had difficult quali sessions during my stint as a sim racer. That's for sure. Messed up quite a few.
Fluffy out. It's probably just people stopping in the pit lane. William Ingram coming out. Oh yeah, okay. That is okay.
Oh, all right.
Interesting strategy.
Traffic jam there at the stoplight.
Yeah, I saw like 2
Probably
yellow flags within 4 seconds, and I was, oh, okay, someone stopped.
I don't know why he stopped at the end of pit lane, but I mean, it looked like the light was green, but okay, I guess maybe we'll make sure there was a hole or a gap, if you would.
Yeah, he's got Nick Johnson a few seconds ahead, so I assume that's just he wanted to wait. Because, you have to take Sunset real slow as well, so maybe he had
Oh,
that
the
in the back
tires
of his
are
mind.
ice cold going around Sunset in the bumps. It is downright hair raising to come out of the pit. I mean, it's easy to come out of the pits and just go plow into the wall at turn 17. With the way the pit exit works here, the tires are brand new stickers. They have no temperature in them. They do not want to cooperate.
Wow. We'll wait for a few of these times to start coming.
Yeah, they're
So,
just now completing their well, this would be their outlast. This will be their first flyers, but won't be representative. Curious, do we have Avi on track, or is he going to stay in the pits for qualifying?
Avi is on track.
Okay.
Well, it tells me he's on 98%. That's obviously got to be something with the fuel ratio. There's no way he's
Well,
qualifying on
it should pick up the new VE next time he comes around the timing.
Yeah, that could be it.
I would
Too.
think Avi's probably our odds-on favorite here to take pole and
Yeah.
start from the front. I mean, what's your thoughts on who our favorite is here to grab the pole position?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to bet against Avi. Pretty quick. Couldn't quite find the pace yesterday. He was saying that the Lexus does not feel nearly as comfortable, but has clearly found something. At least if that practice session is in any way representative. We'll see how that pans out, but he is definitely going to be in the front. I can tell you that, at least in qualifying. A couple of yellow flags.
First times are popping on the board here. Definitely not representative of what we'll see here. But Willie gets out to grab the early pole. A few guys still coming around, so we'll pick them up.
That's no stop in the car. Not sure what happened.
Where's that runoff at?
That is, I believe, turn 2. Already having a moment coming out of the first hairpin.
Yeah, tricky getting power down there. Got to keep the car to the right because of the way the exit works at turn 7. Some people won't. Some people will pay attention to that, and they'll almost straight line that right through over the curb and through the dirt. Is not uncommon to see that whole thing dug out by the time it is raced. The race is done here. There's a few curbs you can manipulate here around the track. Some you can take on, and there are other curbs you definitely don't want to take on here.
So you've been to Sebring, correct, Jesse? If I'm not mistaken, or is it Daytona?
This is probably, I mean, next to Daytona, and I would have to go back and look. I mean, this is the second most circuit I've been to. It's by far the most one I've driven on personally in real life. It's the one I probably have been to the most next to Daytona.
Oh, hell yeah. Folks, we've got a real life racing driver in the chat.
I only did track days. I didn't drive anything track orientated. I did my first track day and got to witness everything firsthand and realize, you know what, like it's racing is something. Racing is something expensive.
Well, take however many. Yeah, you've done as many track days more than I ever have, so I'll.
No, it's a very cool track to visit. And when you're there, this track really hasn't changed since its inception in the 50s, right? I mean, the layout, it's added some kinks to that, but the nature of this track is they used the old runway then, they use the same runway today that they used 75, 80 years ago, and then they go off the runway onto these other roads. Now, some of those turns have been reshaped and repurposed for safety, like turn 7 and a few others, especially the higher speed and the ones with heavy braking zones. But this is sort of like, I don't know what to call it. I would say, if you're not from America, I would say this is America's Silverstone. But I think it's better than Silverstone. So I would say that, Britain has America's Sebring. but tomato, I guess. They're both flat. They're both old runways. They both have tons of racing history. Obviously, Silverstone with its own, but everything has raced here. I mean, they did an F1 race here, way back in the early days. I mean, it's been probably 70 years since that race, but they've done it, and the who's who and the pantheon of race car drivers and teams and brands has raced at Sebring. And when you go here, you can feel it. It's there. You can just kind of feel the ghosts of the past and all that's there. And it's really cool when you do a track day because you get to take a pit stall if you get there early enough, which is pretty fun. And it's just a track with a lot of heritage. You like being there. And for the endurance race, it's something. I'll tell you what. If you're gonna come to an endurance race, this is one to put on your list. It's a little bit more of a party than the other ones. I'll just say that much. And if you come, be prepared for that.
Of course, the host of the 12 Hours of Sebring for those who are not typically into the folklore. Also, the 12 Hours is IMSA, I believe. 1,000 kilometers of Sebring, 1,000 miles of Sebring is the WEC event. If my memory
The
serves
1,000
me
miles of Sebring, yes, was a WEC event. I was there for one of them, one of the Super Sebrings. I think it was, I believe, 2019. I was there for that. And I got to see the LMP1 cars, and those were so cool. I'm so glad I got to see the older WEC cars, the LMP1s, and some of the stuff we didn't get to see on the regular IMSA tours because we had DPIs and we didn't have the LMP1s with hybrids and stuff. So those were super cool to see when I was there. And yeah, WEC came here for quite a number of years as their USA stop to do the 1K, and of course we have the 12-hour race, the real one, not too far in the calendar, the real life one coming up. So WEC has moved their event to Dakota now, so it's no longer at Sebring, which is kind of a bummer. I thought it was pretty cool to have WEC and IMSA there at the same time, but it is a lot. It's definitely a full paddock, that's for sure.
Listening to you talk about Sebring, you do a very good job of putting through all the history of this place and how much it means. People who maybe were not familiar with the racing history here. I'm definitely one of those people. I'm very much a very recent endurance racing fan. It's cool to hear all that stuff,
I don't know if they have it. It's funny. Let's see when they come around the front stretch. So the front stretch over the pits has the year, and then the champion of the overall race, and then that brand's country's flag over each one of the pit stalls right here on the right. Let's see if we can see it in shot. Yeah, you see him, and you just see that, and you go there, and it's kind of like like the who's who has been here and won here, and they drove around this track, and they probably crashed at the hotel that same one you're using on track for your track day, and it's like they probably just drank all night at the bar downstairs inside that. It just feels like you're there with them. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of other tracks that do that too. I'm lucky enough to have been to some other ones. Road Atlanta's amazing. Daytona's amazing. Liebrock Park was amazing. Even though that's not even hardly a circuit when you compare it to these. It's a little tiny bull ring. But it's cool in its own way. So if you ever get a chance to do any of these things in real life, just get out there and do them. They're so much fun.
Yep. If I ever get the chance to, I will definitely be there. Coming back to our quali session. So Aviganti has set a 2:01.9. Pretty good time for.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Oh, and commentator's curse strikes.
Commentator's curse.
Immediately.
Well, I think he's gonna have to stand on that time now. Let's see if Guillermo or Willie or maybe Grayson, they're all kind of tight right behind him, can pull anything out. Dakota's might be within a shot or two. See if he has any pace for him.
Guillermo has a personal best on his first sector, 45.652. I don't see Avi's best sector 1, it only shows the last one. He is down a little bit in Sector 2. This time should be pretty close to what... Oh, David Carter spinning out and Guillermo
And
spinning in sympathy.
everybody's having
Oh,
problems
no.
in turn 15. It is a tricky corner. It's the entry to 15 is very open. Casey Jackman puts a time up on top of the leaderboard. Wow.
Yeah, first race in the Corvette immediately goes pole.
Yeah, he just switched to that car, correct?
Yeah, he literally switched. What was it, yesterday?
Wow, so
before,
a brand new car for Casey, and he breaks it in with setting pole position. Avi's in the pits, right? Was Willie the only person here who's got a shot at this?
Willie, he is, but he is pretty far down on his times. I don't think this is going to be particularly competitive. That's a purple Sector 3. I'm not sure. I think that's a valid one. But yeah, still only good enough for fourth. Dakota Botello is on a valid. He is about a little under 2/10 down in the first sector on his personal best. On the first sector. Let's see what he does in the next two sectors. The other driver out on track is Parker Thomas. He has had two personal best sectors. Looking pretty good. Good enough for maybe to even improve a position. Let's see him cross the line. Parker Thomas comes across the line. It's gonna be a 2022. Okay, great lap from Parker. Puts him up to P4. I think that's settled unless Dakota Botello finds something in the final sector. Oh, some LMP2s coming out at bad timing there. But I believe that's Chris McLennan. Oh, as Botello has struck the wall. And maybe getting
that's going to do it for Dakota, okay.
Yeah, oh, and making his feelings perfectly clear. That is a bit frustrating for Dakota.
That is the wrong pit entry. Dakota. It is a pit entry, it's just not the right one. So Casey Jackman's going to steal. I shouldn't say steal, I mean, well earned on him. Which is probably somebody we were not paying attention to, maybe, for a favorite. Maybe we should have. It appears the Corvette is strong, and Casey is taking pretty well to it. I'm not sure if Avi put his best time up on the board. It was definitely a competitive time.
Yeah, and
but Casey able to take it.
Yeah, great job by Casey Jackman getting pole in his first race in the car. Just 200s up on Avi Ganti. Avi, of course, crashing on his final lap, so we don't know if that may have been a bit better. But nevertheless, you take those. Down and Guillermo Perez in third, keeping up a very consistent run of pace. Parker Thomas with a very nice showing, 2.5 tenths off of pole in P4. Well done to him. We'll be watching his career with great interest. As will, I'm sure, a few people in chat. Willie Mangrum in fifth, so not too far off the top, and still has a chance to make up some points, and maybe not damage. Maybe I won't say damage. Don't want to say damage limitation. I can't find the right word for it, but in a good position. Grayson Head in sixth, and Dakota Botello in seventh. Pretty close on pace, although Dakota did have that LMP2 moment on his last lap. Dustin Rand in a very nice 8th position. Is that a 2025? That's a pretty good lap.
It's a very great. That's a great time from Dustin. He's got to be excited about that.
Yeah. Nick Johnson in 9th, and Harrison Miller rounds out the top 10 of the grid. Can I get the rest of the grid? Of course, the tower decides to knock out on me. The LMP2s are out on track and they are doing their laps. Of course, everyone's just, commentators' curse, really?
Everybody's just warming their tire barriers up.
Yeah.
Might have been Abe Wozniak. I think that's who that was. One of the podium runners with him or Greg.
No, that's Abe.
Yep, that's Abe's car.
Yeah.
So, interesting enough for GT3, our championship tie at the front, those guys are starting respectively 3, 5, and 7, which means they are all going to be lined up nose to tail.
Oh.
for the start and the run into turn 1. They should be picking up that's going to be super spicy for our leaders, and it's going to be interesting to see who's bold and maybe who lays up a little bit into turn 1 and playing the long game. So going to be some things to watch at the start for GT3. And turn 1 is always a handful. The apex is blind from you, and it's wide enough to fit cars, but it funnels down on the exit pretty tightly, so you can't stay 3 wide forever.
Oh, come on. All the LMP2s are crossing the line for the second lap. I'll get back to them real quick, but I do want to look at the rest of the G3 order. Richie Wood in P11. That's a good time.
A good time for Richie. Yeah.
Patricio Fernandez coming back to the league after Interlagos in 12th. Justin Fortuna, or Tuna for short, in 13th. Dan Pullen, our debut race podium guy from last week, is in 14th. Dave Carter, making a return to the series, is in 15th. Dave Harris, making it an all Dave row 8 for GT3s.
Battle of Daves is back, folks.
Yep. And I am not... Yeah, well, all Daves are back. And we unfortunately do not have Dave Pack and Nini today, so not all 3 at the same time.
That could be too much.
I don't know if there's a thing such as too much, Dave, but if anyone wants to let me know, correct me in chat, feel free to do so. Gage Galvin in 17th, Ross McLean in 18th, Matthew Canali coming back after maybe a race or 2 out is in 19th, Javi Tellez in 20th, Ron Heslop in 21st, and MT Garney in 22nd place. Pedro Lugo Ortiz is showing on my play, but I don't think he set a time. I'm not sure if he's in the lobby.
Gotcha. We have 11 LMP2s tonight as well, so pretty full field.
Basically the full field. Yoris is the only one who's not racing tonight. I don't see him in the lobby though. Interesting. I see him in chat.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Rumor has it that he is guest engineering for another one of the racers tonight, so let's see how that works out for that person.
Oh,
Yours is obviously one of our
huge snap on the curb at turn 3, I think. Good save from him. My God.
Those curbs are the ones I was just talking about before. There are some curbs you want to touch and some you don't, and that section there, you feel like you want to straight line it, but these cars like the prototypes that are so low to the ground, the curbs are too tall, and it just upsets the car, and you want to stay off of them. In a GT3, you usually you can smash them right through that 3-4-5 complex, but not in one of these. Oh,
probably running a little bit deep on braking there.
Just get the brakes warmed up, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Yeah. And by the way, the top 3 in LMP2 looking, ooh, as I say that, Greg Cachadorian goes to P1, but all within 700ths of each other. So this is also going to be a really close battle for pole here. 4.5
Yeah,
minutes. Yep.
Greg out early with the ballast. So.
And he's already set a purple sector 1. Boy, this is going to be a...
Greg putting these guys on notice. I'm not just going to roll over and try to shed this weight.
Well, I mean, he's used to the weight at this point.
He did carry it all last season, that's for sure. Yeah. He has experience with this weight. Yeah, that is a known entity to him.
It says he's not improved on his personal list. Only 3 thousandths off on sector 2. But that is still enough for a purple sector 2. So this is going to be a mighty lap from Greg Cachadorian.
And this is the make or break a corner, right? Like, you can be, man, this corner, it can be a heartbreaker sometimes. You can be up on your lap a couple tenths and just mess turn 17 up all kinds of wrong and just ruin a perfectly good lap. It's also the start of your next lap sometimes, so as much as you might want to be greedy, you might want to just you got to keep in the back of your head you want your next lap to be as strong as possible too, unless it's your last one. But these guys should probably have 2 more laps left of the fuel and tires, I would think.
Minute 47, 3 minutes 25 seconds roughly as Greg crossed the line. So it's gonna be close. I think 3 minutes. Yeah, it's probably 2 more laps if my math is right.
That says never enough Daves, so next week we'll have to increase the Dave counter.
That may be a slightly biased message.
Maybe, possibly. I don't assume any identities from handles. You know, just.
Sure.
I find that's the best policy.
All right. Coming up, the Catadorian, of course, gonna try one more lap. He is actually.
Yeah, Greg
Okay,
Greg put in a nice lap on the last one. It gave him almost 6/10 to Michael Landry, but Landry should be coming around, I think. So I think Greg's about half a lap ahead of him. So
yeah,
Landry's time, I would think, would be faster on this lap too, as he gets these tires up to temperature.
Michael Landry just coming out of sunset. He's gonna cross the line. We'll see what kind of time this is in a second. It's a 47.505. Oh, just less than half a tenth between. Oh, no, right? That's Don Bailey. I'm looking at the.
Yeah, it looks like yeah. Don has actually. We didn't see it, but he sneaked a time in there between the two of them. Nice little call out to the Audi F1 team. That livery. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's what the inspiration was there.
Certainly does look like it. The sponsors do seem to be the same. If it's not the Audi F1 livery, I'd be very surprised at this point.
I'm also not aware of any Audi LMP2 cars, so.
That would be something, though. An Audi LMP.
Oh, you'd have to look at that one with a sideways eye, wouldn't you? If they snuck an LMP2 program in, right? Like,
sure.
Are you guys back? Are you back? Is Audi back? I actually think the livery looks better on the LMP2 car than I think it looks on the F1 car, so props to whoever made that livery.
Yeah, it's something about the shape of the P2s.
Yeah, it works
the
better.
The colors just look right. It's the correct proportion. It's I don't know how to...
I can't help it, and I'm sorry to make another F1 run. It gives me a little bit of like that early 2000s McLaren vibe.
Yeah, I do see where you're coming from.
The West cars, a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, I would think that's more Cadillac than the Audi livery. But yeah, I do see why you might see that with the Audi as well. A lot of black, a lot of gray. The national colors of Ron Dennis, as one of my favorite YouTubers calls it.
Alright, so the Ticker's getting towards the bottom there. Most of these guys, Greg's in the pits.
Yeah, Greg's just at pole. Greg's on pole. 46.971 from him.
So he didn't have enough fuel to do the extra lap, so he's going to have to stand on that time.
Yeah, that's Don Bailey pushing very, very hard on the exit of turn 1. Ooh, big snap to 2 or 3. Yeah, managing to keep it pointed the right way, but has slowed down. I think that's GG's from Don Bailey.
Yeah, the exit of that complex is so important, and I think he was just behind. He was behind from the entire complex. He didn't get any of it right. He was never gonna regain that time.
And that is curtains on qualifying, folks. All our LMP2s are in the pits. The timer has hit 0. So that is Greg Catadorian on pole position for LMP2s. I have no idea why it's saying third. Give me a second. All right, this should work now. No, it is not. Never mind. We will work with whatever we have.
Yeah, I see. Greg is taking pole. Don nabbed second, and I believe Michael Landry got the third spot.
Yep. Results. There we go. Finally. Sorry about that, folks. Greg Catadorian on pole position with the 146.971, followed by Don Bailey about a tenth and a half behind. Michael Landry a bit further back in third, half a second off Greg's time, but of course qualifying does not mean too much in these endurance races. So we'll see if he can maybe work his way up to the front. Michael Kwan about 2/10 behind Landry in fourth, followed by Ryan Balloon in fifth, Nate Sides in sixth, James Rubio in seventh, Abe Wozniak in eighth, Brian Crane in 9th and Hans Montez in 10th, followed by Chris McLennan in 11th. I can tell you that, although the overlay doesn't really show it. Looking pretty close, actually, in the middle of the LMP2 field. They're from P6 down to P5 to P8, I would say, almost.
Yeah, I mean the field's pretty tight all through the entire prototype field, and then the GT3s are stacked up just as tight, if not tighter.
We'll get back when the race starts. For that, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. Of course, we mentioned earlier, this was the 5th round of our Multiclass Championship. You will see the format unfold in a moment's time. We also host a sprint championship on Wednesdays. We just had our round at Sebring last night. So if you're, those are shorter races, 30 minutes long, and just GT3s, meant more to get the grips with LMU, get a little bit more seat time in these cars in a league racing environment. And yeah, if that sounds like something you would like to do, there are slots open for both championships. And head down to the Discord and SimGrid. Links are in the description, and we will try to get you set up.
Yeah, the admins make it super easy to get started. So if you're interested, please check out the Discord, express your interest, and we'll get you on track one way or the other.
And Yoris and chat saying Greg domination. No weight can tame him. It's really looking like that at this point in time.
Is 20 kilograms the max weight now for our LMP2s this season?
I think it's more like 30. So
Okay.
in theory, he could go to max fast if he wins this race.
He's not maxed out yet. Okay.
No.
I know last season our max weight was 45, but they adjusted LMP2s for the season. I don't remember what the specifics were.
Yeah, I think because proportionally 45 kilos on an LMP2 is a lot heavier. It's almost equivalent to about 70 kilos on a GT3. I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, these LMP2 cars are the unrestricted ones, so they have more power. But I mean, yeah, weight on an LMP2 car is just it's a penalty all over the place in that car. That car is, but for how fast they are, especially they are still a somewhat momentum car. They can use their downforce and they can carry speed. So weight is always the enemy of that, and it really impacts those little cars. Yeah, it looks like we got cars rolling on the back straight here. These guys will have a short straight to get lined up and in formation, then they'll make the turnaround, turn 17, and then they'll get the green flag right on that start finish stretch. The game doesn't seem, but that start finish line is painted here and can get very slippery.
Yeah, real extra element of jeopardy, but luckily no rain today. Back temp is 14 degrees Celsius, air temp is 18, so very cold sunrise here at Sebring as our drivers are approaching the start finish line and we are about to go green. So who will be brave? Who will think about the long term? We will find out in a moment's time as we are green, and we are underway. Greg gets a good start. Immediately cuts off Don Bailey, covering that inside line. Further back, GT3s are going pretty far wide. We are going to go too wide through turn 1 because of course we are. Nate Sides going a little bit wide but managing to keep it off the grass. Further back in the GT3 field, it looks like everyone's made it through okay. As Greg Cassidorian is kind of pulled away in these first few turns. Don Bailey not too far behind though. But behind them, Michael Landry, my camera can focus on him, is also pulled away. So top 3 in P2 getting away pretty cleanly, but Michael Quant is going to come under some pressure from Ryan Balloon as they enter the hairpin. Although Ryan, thinking better of it, he definitely was thinking about outbraking, but remember that the LMP2 brakes are terrible on the first lap.
Yeah, that's your first big braking zone of the lap. So you're just now figuring out the brakes going into there. Not surprised to see a couple people have a a little bit unexpected results to there. These guys are single file now. Greg's out to the front, but Donovan's not letting him get away. He had a little bit of threat from Michael there coming out of turn 1. But it looks like the front 3 have settled in for LMP2, and away they go. Battle for GT3. We have pretty much the leaders out front. I don't see any change there.
Well, you remember how they were
Casey
3,
out
5,
front,
and 7?
Avi, Guillermo. Looks like Willie's made up a spot, so looks like a clean getaway for the front of the GT3s. I don't know what happened there in the back. Have we had any incidents?
Showing a couple of contacts. We'll go back and look at those. Ooh, they were. Oh my God! Wait, why is Willie going so slow?
I think he got a little bit of oversteer and had to check up coming out of 16 there. It's pretty easy to do, especially on the cold tires.
Well, that's definitely not helped him on the exit, as Parker Thomas has gotten past Willie Mangum, and Grayson Head is now looking very interested in the Porsche. Willie, though, not giving this up without a fight, kind of trying to stick a nose on the inside, and actually manages. As Guillermo goes
we got
off,
Guillermo.
spins, and gets collected by Willie. Willie continuing, but Guillermo has lost a lot of positions there, as has Parker Thomas. A lot of things happen very quickly over there, as Casey Jackman and Avi Gandhi have started to pull away a little bit from the rest of the pack. Dakota Botello has gone up to 3rd place, and yeah, we'll get back to that. As there's more going on, Willie is trying almost immediately to go into recovery mode, trying to move on. Is that Harrison Miller? That's Harrison Miller. And I don't know,
I think that's a new livery for Harrison, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I am not even going to get into what that livery is just yet. We will wait until the grace calms down a bit. But yeah, William Mangum.
There's definitely some stars and rainbows and some bubbles and all sorts of fun things happening on that car. We'll figure it out for you guys here at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, further back, Dustin Rand holding on to P9 and GT3. So go back. Abe Wozniak has had a yellow flag up ahead. Where is that?
Naughty Abe, what have you done?
Sunset.
Turn
LMP2,
17.
and bump.
Oh, he gets a wrong. That's terminal.
Yeah, that's.
Sorry, Abe.
Yeah, he has DNF'd. That's rough.
I know he's had his challenges with that car. I'm sure he's not happy with himself. Hopefully he can get it back out, but I don't know. That was like a big hit. I don't know if he's going to be able to get that back. I think he might be done for the evening.
He is done. I'm seeing him DNF'd. Michael Quant is in the pit lane already. Not sure, but there's got to be something that's happened with him as well.
We do have Donovan out front, or Don. He did get around Greg. We missed it during the GT3 stuff.
Yeah,
so.
we can. Yeah, well, I can go back and look at that. So let's see where that happened.
Apologies to Don, but his pass for the lead, we should definitely try to find.
Yeah, going through Sunset. Sending it down. What happened? Wait, was that the rev limiter? I heard. Oh my God! Further back, there was a massive crash. So that's what happened to Michael Quant. Yeah, just lots of things happening at the end of the first lap there. I'm seeing big contacts. Hold on. What's happened here? While we were looking at that replay, Gage Galvin going through. It says there are like 3 or 4 contacts that happen in this section.
It didn't take long to kick off here, did it?
No. But apparently my replay software is now playing a cruel prank on me, as nothing happened there. And as soon as I get out of replay, Gage Galvin goes off.
Yeah, Gage gets the exit of 5 all wrong and went up over the curb, and that's one of those curbs, even in a GT3, you really don't want to touch. So, yeah, compromised his exit, and he's going to lose a spot on that mistake. Sharp looking Porsche in front of him too.
Yeah. Like more things kicking off here, right? Balloon and Michael Landry showing potential contact. Michael Landry. Oh my God. Okay, that's why it showed potential contact. Landry kind of
looked like Andrew ran very wide at turn 1. I hope he kept it out of the fence.
That's another rear wing gone. Add that to the count, folks. I don't know if anyone is keeping count, but that's rear wing number 2.
The wing count for tonight is 2 so far.
And that is going to be a very, very long lap for Ryan Balloon back to the pits.
Any bets from the chat on how many we're going to get tonight? We're at 2. What's our wing count for this evening? I think we're going to get 4.
Also seeing Abe in chat. Man, Abe. I'm so sorry.
He's frustrated with himself, and rightfully so. But he does put the time in. The results will come, Abe. Keep cracking at it. Keep cracking. We got a battle here between Dakota and Guillermo again.
That was what happened at the end of lap 1. I was trying to see what happened there.
I was having deja vu. Okay.
Well, I mean, there is a pretty good reason for that.
Absolutely. Okay, so that was a lap 1 incident. I didn't get to see it that far, but it does look like Dakota did get in the back of.
As Willie has gone sideways again. Oh no!
Turn 17 bites another.
Not another.
We've got LMP2s coming through that corner with. Oh no, he just lost it on his own.
Lost it on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, and taking out Parker and Harrison. Oh.
And Harrison.
Oh no, that is a rough crash to have. That car is not looking very happy right now. Luckily, the P2 field is a bit far off, so he has a bit of cushion back there, but not going to be a fun lap back for him either.
Not to make fun of anybody's misfortune, but I think Casey out front is probably pretty happy to see these things happening behind him.
I'll tell you what he's not going to be happy about. That Lexus in his rear view mirror. So we can take a look at said rear view mirror. Or at least... Oh wait, Avianti has gotten past. I'm not sure what happened back there, but I can go back and look at that real quick. But yeah, Casey Jackman is out in front ahead of Dakota Botello, who has somehow managed to come through this entire minefield unscathed. Let's see. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for Ali.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Dakota might end up on the stewarding's invitational list for this week.
That definitely looked a little suspect. I'll say I will leave it to the stewards to figure out what happened there. Okay, I think that's just the LMP2 field coming through. You have another.
Yes, we do have LMP2 cars now starting to come around the.
As the first nice little side by side of Engage Gallon and Richie Wood. Richie really
taking
the grass.
Yeah, I'd call it a little bit over conservative, if you would.
Yeah,
I don't think that was his intent. He made it work though. He's got it pointing in the right direction. That's what we like to see. Gage is just filling his mirrors up with his Lexus grill there in the back of his Lamborghini.
I wanted to wait for you to finish that sentence.
Where'd you think it was gonna go, Nitin? Come on, man.
Not saying.
I appreciate the stars and stripes on the German car. Love to see it.
Matthew Canoli, younger brother of beloved moderator and Season 2 champion Andrew Canoli. In the stars and stripes, and it also has a B2 bomber on the roof. I don't know if you can see it very well on any of these cameras, but it's there.
Naturally.
Yeah. James Rubio is making his way through the GT3 field? Okay, something... There's a lot happening here, folks.
I do have a BMW bias, but not to that car.
Oh my god. Grayson.
That's Gage. No, that's Grayson.
That's Grayson.
Taking it deep at turn 10. I don't know if he had a run around the outside or not. We'll have to go back and take a look there. Maybe he got a run coming out of 7.
Yeah, Grayson, I think just making a bit of trying to take advantage of the traffic, but making a bit
Grayson, you were my dark horse for this night. What's going on?
Well, given how crazy this race has been, I wouldn't even be surprised if he makes a comeback.
Anything can happen from this. We have 45 minutes left. It's
been 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes.
Crazy 10 minutes. Feels like it's been a whole entire race. I'm not going to make it. You're going to have to give me some oxygen.
Oh, Michael. Wait, who is the camera looking? Oh, James Rubio. I don't want that. Michael Landry's gone yellow flags.
Another off from Landry.
Oh, and oh no, he rejoins and the LMP2 suspension just... Well, he has kept his rear wing, so he's got that.
Little insult to injury on that one. Let's see if Michael can get it gathered back up and keep it on track.
Nate Sides has also had a moment, I think right around where... No, this is at turn 1. Oh, that's just LMP2.
A big snap there from Nate. Ooh, just kiss the wall with that nose. I don't know how that's going to impact him or not, if he's going to be able to keep going.
Folks, at some point I'll get back to the live racing. Dan Pullen sending it pretty hard on Dustin Run, immediately losing the pole. Oh my god!
Does that count as a wing? Is that a wing?
Well,
That's
it's
definitely a tire
something.
gone.
It's something. I don't even know what to call that. That was quite the.
I think it's still attached. I think that doesn't count
No,
as a
wings
wing.
attached, but I think that's two
No, yeah,
right
he's
side
got
wheels
so far to
gone.
get around. I think he's gonna have to pull the plug on this one.
Yeah,
He's
the
got a whole
P2s.
track to get
Yeah.
around with
No, I
no
think
wheel.
that's.
Yeah,
I think that's a parked car. That's a
that's
retired DNF. Up to 4 DNS now. Needs.
unlucky. I didn't see any contact from our angle, but it just looks like he was a little bit eager getting into turn 17, as we described in the track description. A little bit eager getting into 17 and washed up right in front of Dustin. I didn't look like Dustin got any damage or got collected in that. So hopefully Dustin came out okay.
Where's he really gone fail? I don't think anything happened here. This software is a little bit more iffy with multiclass side by side, so that does look like what it was. We're seeing, oh, Michael Landry and Hans Montes having a. Ooh. So Landry coming up to the hairpin, maybe looking to send a cheeky send. Hans Montes holding a good defensive line. Landry does send it. They're going side by side. Oh, and a little bit of a moment, and that seals the move for Landry. Hans Montes, though, not too far off. He's gonna try.
And we have a special guest in the booth, joining us live from trackside, fresh off the tarmac, is Abe Wozniak.
Yep, fresh off the DNF again.
Oh no!
Sorry about your luck, buddy.
Yep, it's just that bump right at the start of the first apex of Sunset just caught me out and spun the car around on me.
Is it a cold tire thing with the bump, or is it just the bump in general?
No, it's you have to time the downshifts in the LMP2, and I just missed the first one just by a millisecond, so I was downshifting into second right when it hits the bump. So
locked your end.
Any type of micro locks, yeah, just gonna send you around.
Yeah, you're a passenger at that point.
Yes.
Well, it looks like you're not the only one to do it. If that's any consolation for you, I'm sure it's not. But we have seen a couple cars parked backwards in the same barrier, and we are at 2 wings lost tonight. So
yeah, I got back to
my prediction was 4.
I feel like we're gonna go over that.
I think over that for sure. But yeah, I got back to the garage, turned on the TVs, and saw all the guys having some trouble too. So it makes me feel a little bit better. But this race is definitely cursed tonight.
Yeah, we already saw quite a lot happen in the sprint last night, and tonight is looking like just part 2 of this more of Sebring just doing Sebring things. We are
still on board with Richie here. He's got Ross behind him and MT.
Yeah, they're having a nice little side by side going into Sunset. That's what I tuned into, and a little bit of argy-bargy, but Richie eventually did manage to get the position. Well done to him.
Some of the things that are catching the guys out tonight. During the practice session, it was about 34-degree track temps, but the race start, since we started in the dark, it was much cooler, like 18 or 19 C. So I think that's playing into this a little bit.
So you're saying the cold tires were even trickier than normal?
Cold tires were colder, track's colder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Track temps showing about 13 degrees Celsius, so yeah, that is very, very cold for LMU.
I wonder how hot they can get the surface here in this track. I mean, it can get pretty toasty.
Yeah, yesterday's race was at 37, 38 degrees almost, so I was up there.
Do we have that data? Can we look at that?
I'll have to go back and check that, but I do remember on the broadcast yesterday discussing this with Tuna, because he made an excellent point. Yeah, the tire deck seemed to catch out a lot of people and the tire overheating in general.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how hot the track is. This being obviously
it's a 12.7 degrees on my overlay.
Okay, so it's still relatively cool.
Yeah.
It's not known to be a tire shredder of a track, but if it does get hot, I mean, it'll be interesting to see who stays on used tires and who takes new tires. At least in the GT3 field, I think. Do you guys always take new tires for LMP2, right, Abe?
That depends.
So okay.
Yeah.
I was looking for a yes or no here, Abe.
Generally not.
No.
There's been a couple tracks this season that have been a little harsher on the tires, but But this one, the acceleration zones, you're more or less. Well, then Brian has a spin as we're talking here. But you're more or less accelerating the car straight out of the corners here. You're not really getting on throttle while you're still in the corner. So it save if you can save the rears, you're fine. And surprisingly, it's pretty friendly to the fronts of the LMP2.
Yeah, I mean the high. There's a lot of corners here. There's not a lot of high speed, high load corners. You know, turn 1, turns 13, 14. But you know they're so flat out. You really don't feel them that much.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be scrubbing much, if at all, for those. So turn 1 is definitely the harshest, I think. And then just managing any of the slides or the scrubbing in Sunset and Tower.
We got Parker in 12th here. Looks like we've got a battle of the cheeseburginis on hand.
Yeah.
Carrying some damage from that Shamazel in turn 17 early in the race.
Yeah, there was a pretty big pile up there. I haven't even gone into all of the incidents. I've just been trying to do better than whatever I can. There's been a lot going on. Justin Fortuna having a moment as I say that. The Sid Stang coming through to the pit lane. Wait.
He's way too early if he's trying to pull an alternate strategy. I wonder what's going on with Tuna.
Yeah, that's definitely my replay software bugging out, but yeah, that is an interesting strategy call from Tuna. Okay, what else is happening? Oda Batella
No, I was just gonna say the GT3 battle looks like it's getting a little closer up front, and these guys are gonna be doing probably some sort of saving. I didn't put any laps in to see how the fuel economy was in these cars this week. But in general, the way these races have played out for GT3 is it's possible to do it on a one stop. It just depends how much you have to save.
Yeah, Dakota Batella got a little bit wider than I think you should going into the first part of Le Mans there. I forget what that corner's called, yeah, he's kind of vulnerable to Avi Gandhi, who has got a bit of a run. I don't think he's going to make the move into Sunset. Being sensible. Good job, Avi. Dakota navigating the bumps okay.
I wonder what Dakota's thinking right now. If he's going to try to just preserve his car to the finish, or if he's going to battle Avi here. So he's got an LMP2 coming around to put a lap on these guys. I think that's Landry, correct?
That is Landry. I can just... I mean... Talk it. He's through. He's cleared the GT3 leaders pretty effectively. DG Jackman going a little bit slow. Probably mildly held up at it on nothing serious. Back. See if we can. That's not the car I was looking for. That's the car I was looking for. Dave Harris and Matthew Cannelli are pretty close together heading into Sunset. Cannelli getting kind of having to ride the bumps pretty hard. But I don't think there's anything into that going into turn 1, I would say.
Looking Ferrari, I like that. Is it Liquid Death livery?
Question. 100%.
Apologies, my Discord stream is not near as many pixels as
I'm trying to look.
as the live stream.
That might be a Liquid Death livery, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Looks pretty cool.
Michael Landry has spun. Oh, and we just caught the tail end of that, so this just looks like a...
That's got to be his 3rd or 4th already for the night. He's having his hands full.
The LMP2's really struggling tonight. We're down to 6 LMP2s on track, by the way.
Yeah, his tires are overheated now, and he's got to pit for tires. Otherwise, they're going to keep temperatures and keep climbing up.
He's staying up. He's got one more lap on his fuel strategy, so he's probably trying to match leaders out front from what I see on fuel. Hans Montez is on an interesting strat. I'm singling you out for no particular reason. You'll see why. But I don't want to give away too much of the fuel strategy to anyone watching.
It's a pizza car. I love it.
Yeah, the pepperoni P2. Another comeback. And Patricio Fernandez have been having a nice little back and forth battle that I have not been able to highlight.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the leaders in GT3. They are running nose to tail at the moment. Whoa,
that's
okay.
What happened. Yeah, get Patricio coming into the... So Michael Landry has spun again. That is into coming out of towards Big Bend. Gonna have to
turn 5 there. He probably got near that curb and...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see another spin here out of the hairpin.
Abe's here.
Alternating. How many times does Landry spin this set of tires?
Almost.
It wiggled.
Hard
to tell with our glorious 60 frames per second of replay here, but...
Don Bailey has come into the pits. Greg Casturian's carrying on for another lap. That's interesting.
Bailey's got a drive-through.
Oh, Bailey's got a drive-through as well. Oh,
I wonder if he caught us speeding in, or if he missed the line.
Or the track
I think he probably missed the line, track limits for sure.
Oh, so that's
gonna open the door.
Yeah, that's
Big
pretty much out of contention. Yeah, for now at least. We'll see how this race develops. Lots of stuff still going on.
That's going to put Greg way out in front of the field.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they were, I think, 40 seconds to the good ahead of Landry. So.
Landry's entering the pit lane. I'm pretty sure that's
We're not done yet, Landry. He wants off those tires so bad, and he can't get off
the garage. He's done. He's done for the day.
Yep.
Oh, that is
I know that feeling all too well.
Oh, yeah.
Now
just
down
saw
to
the
5 LMP2s. Oh my goodness.
We're not even halfway through the race yet.
Not even halfway through. What?
Sebring has claimed half the field.
Oh, they're all in the pits. I'm seeing a lot of position change happening there.
Leaders taking their stops a little earlier. This might be a 2-stop race for the GT3s.
Definitely looks like it. Yeah, this is well before the halfway point.
We still got 32 minutes. There's no way they can go 32 minutes on fuel.
Yeah.
I wonder if Nick and Dustin are trying to go a little long.
That could be spicy. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
they were pretty far out front though, so all 3 of them are doing the same thing.
Looking at VE, Nick definitely has to pit this lap. He was on 6% starting this lap. So that's pretty tight for Sebring. Dustin Rand is on 9 and Ross McLean is well on 9, so they're probably... Yeah, they're gonna have to pit in at the end of this lap. So, Nick...
I don't even think that puts those guys close enough to do a 1-stop.
No, it's definitely a 2-stop. I don't see any GT3s on track for a 1-stop, so yeah.
I mean, you're on the loud pedal for a lot of time around Sebring.
But you also got to remember too, where the WEC pit is not at the start of the lap. So as long as your VE says 1 lap at the pit entry, you can do another lap.
Right. Yeah, the pit entries, as we talked about before, a little wonky here.
Well, our GT3 leaders have exited the pits. Casey Jackman is I think effectively P1, but Aviganti has gained a couple of spots in the pits. Grayson Head as well, jumping Dakota Botello. And I wonder if there's a bit of tire choice involved here. Because Avi is looking pretty racy right on the back of Casey Jackman, so...
I was not paying attention to see who might have taken, whose cars went up and down for tires.
Yeah, we were not really in the pit lane either, so that that definitely didn't help. But yeah,
well, I mean, you would wager to say these 2 took the same strategy and Dakota took a different one.
Dakota is... yeah, Grayson is about 10 seconds back. Dakota is 11 seconds behind Grayson. So I don't know if that's all strategy. There may have been more to it.
Might be more, yeah, there might be more of that. It should only be about 12 seconds for tires.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Grayson would have taken tires if that's the case. Because his gap does seem to suggest a full tire set. I wonder if Casey took partial tires or something. Just, take the 5-second penalty, and you'll still have like 1/2 of your car up to temperature, so that...
Well, the good news for Dakota is neither one of those 2 guys in front of him are who he's battling for the championship. So, if you're Dakota, I mean, just put yourself in cruise control and get your car across the finish line these last 30 minutes.
Let's check in on our other championship contenders. William Ingram and Guillermo Perret are having to. They are off cycle, pretty heavily off cycle, I should say. Both having to pit, I guess, after the contact, like in the opening laps. Wow. So a couple of cars exiting the pits now. The last cars to pit for the GT3s.
That could be interesting to see if Guillermo and or Willie pitted far enough after the start that they would only need to do one more stop from there. That could, put them back in play.
They are. Guillermo and Willie are on about 54% VE at this moment. So if we say about a 20 minutes, and so another 10 minutes, that could be another just one more stop after that. So they're still in this. I mean, besides the damage repair, but
good on those guys to keep in there, keep fighting for positions. They're in a battle for the championship, so even if you have to take the drop round, still try to minimize your losses if you can from here and there. It's damage control for those fellas, but anything can happen. We're watching it live, and we've seen some crazy things happen already in the first half of this race.
Yeah, things have cooled off a little bit. Now I say that there are. Oh, I had to say it. I just had to say it. God damn it! Casey Jackman losing it on the exit.
Supposed to curse the leader, didn't? Not the leader.
Not the leader, not in that livery too. Oh my goodness. Casey Jackman having a bit of a moment on the exit of Le Mans and surrendering the GT2 lead to Aviganti. So
he kept it on the fence.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have any damage.
Good news is that runoff is so wide, keep it out of the fence, but that's unfortunate for sure. Please don't do that to anybody else.
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. This race is the most chaotic affair ever. This is not gonna get any more peaceful.
I mean, I think he got off lucky, because usually when you spin coming out of 16, you spin coming to the inside and there's the wall.
Also, Casey, if you're watching this broadcast, I am so sorry. That is just a little bit for the future. I'm covering my ass.
Put the cameras back on Avi.
Well, he did just.
Dave Carter's here in a battle with a McLaren. I can't see who that is.
That is, I believe, Ron Heslop.
Is that Ron? Yep.
Yeah, that's Ron Heslop. I have a nice little battle. I can actually. Let's try this. That just shows the car behind. Okay, I mean, it's just Ron Heslop now. Yeah. I can finally use this graphic. So.
Hey, it's like a battle board. Sweet.
Yeah. So last
I wish
lap
I could see the
close.
times through the pixels.
Yeah, the last lap, both of them doing 207.7s.
Wow.
Yeah, just nothing in between these two right now. So I'm guessing Carter has been following him around for a lap or two at this point, looking for a way through. But Ron Heslop doing good, holding on so far from the.
It's interesting how you can catch somebody, but then when you get behind them, you almost get into their rhythm. As you're following, just one of those things that happens as you're driving, and it's hard to stay true to what you were doing to be faster, to keep doing that same thing to get around him. Looks like Dave's caught him here, but hasn't put it together to get a move on him.
Well, he does have an LMP2 coming up. That's Don Bailey coming to lap these two, so maybe an opportunity opening up on the next braking zone, as the LMP2 is going to be on the racing line. Definitely Heslop is going to be a little bit compromised, but nothing doing so far.
See, Jesse, I have the opposite problem. I'll be able to keep pace with the guys who are faster than me, but as soon as I make a little mistake and lose that gap, then I'm back to my old slow self.
You're fine as long as you're in the shadow.
Basically, yes.
Both cars going pretty.
Confirmed Abe is an orc.
Hey, don't give away all my secrets now.
Yes.
Just let me stay tucked up right under Greg. Nobody will know I'm here. It's fine.
All sneaky. That?
Speaking of Greg, he is pretty far out in front. We're not gonna. Okay, well, I guess we'll give him a little bit of airtime, but
Yeah, he's 15 seconds out in front, kind of just chilling now. Don Bailey has done well to actually close that gap. 6/10 faster on the last lap, and he's been closing at a rate of knots, really. Or no, sorry, 6/10 faster on his best lap. 3 seconds faster on the last lap, so I wonder if Greg is trying the Giga Fuel Save strat again. He is pretty far ahead on energy at this point, or fuel.
yeah, I think he's got the gap to play around with it.
Looking at some other battles. Avi is pretty far ahead, that gap. Parker Thomas.
I think Greg's also taking care of his tires for doing fuel saving and also tire saving. So if Bailey does catch him, he's got tools he can fight.
Yeah, that's the one benefit to fuel saving I rarely hear people talk about, is that it also makes you take care of your tires more, because you're just not stressing them out of braking as much, and you enter the turn in a little bit. You're just in more conserve mode. Yeah, that's a cool little side effect.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep the pace, you can generally be just as fast while saving fuel and getting better life out of your tires, especially maybe when you're in situations like this where some tracks it's going to be, almost sometimes a flip of a coin whether you want to take tires or not.
Well, if there's one person who can do it, it's Greg.
Parker Thomas and Howie Thomas getting really close.
I don't know how close the pixels can get aligned, but I think that was about as close as you can get them without registering contact. Wow, that was tight.
There was definitely contact there. So Parker Thomas trying to find a way past, but just not able to get that overspeed and overlap needed. This battle will continue for a while. We will get back to that.
Yeah, Parker's on a little bit of rip. Oh, he's got a round on the.
Well, we're not turning away from this now, as he has got Javi to make that mistake. And that's Parker Thomas up to P7 in GT3s, making a nice little comeback after the kerfuffle that was sunset on lap 2 or lap 3. I don't remember the exact one. There was a kerfuffle.
Yeah, beginning of the race there. Yeah, he got caught up in something. He's been on recovery drive since then. He's doing a real good job with the car. Looks like he's carrying a little bit of damage. Hard to tell how much it is, but just looked like it was bothersome enough for him to get it repaired. So good on Parker. See if he can finish out the rest of this race here and pick up a couple spots or two.
While the sister Cheeseburgini of Nick Johnson is up in 4th place in GT3, as pointed out helpfully by chat. So he's doing a great job out there, just keeping it on track. I do not mean to jinx you, Nick. That is a genuine compliment. Please just make it to the end. Yeah.
Please let Nick keep his wing for the rest of the race.
He had a really good qualifying lap going, and I think he got blocked on his hot lap on sunset. But he had pace for maybe front row spot.
Also flying when we did the 3 hours of Sebring here a couple of weeks ago. He finished I think second or 4th. He finished pretty high up in that race too after starting from the pits. So did a fantastic. Nick Johnson clearly lost this track and showing it right now with this race pace and position.
Did Nick get the extra lap of fuel? Is he one of those who went a little bit longer? Gotcha.
Yeah,
so we'll keep an eye on this.
He's about 10% ahead of Wee compared to the front 3 at least. So yeah, his strategy is going to be really interesting to watch.
Dakota's not far behind him, but if we saw all 3 of those guys pit together up front earlier, so what we see on track might not be where they end up.
Steve Harris got past Russ McLean. McLean went to the garage. What happened to him? As we were following this battle for a little bit. Okay.
Whoa, Ron came in.
Yeah, I think McLean was slowing.
I think we had a little mix-up coming into pit road there.
Green has taken that car back to the garage. That is a retirement. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think he expected him to be slow, staying to the right.
Tuna has a drive-through NLP. I don't know where he could have got that. He did just come out of the pit, so that might be a pit entry draft bonus again. Catching another victim tonight. That's unfortunate for the Sid Stang.
Yeah, the pit entry's awkward here because you typically want to. It's on the inside of turn 15, right? And typically, that's not where it is if you're used to running this track in IMSA formation, right? It's usually on the exit of turn 17. So it's in a weird spot if you're used to running this track than it normally is, and you have to take turn 15 much slower to stay to the right to get to the entry than you normally would. So somebody following somebody who's going to pit in might not be expecting them to slow down as much if they don't realize they're coming into the pits. I think that's what we saw just happen.
I believe, and a spike LMP2, and that's Ryan Ballou. 2 LMP2 is getting past empty Carney there. Javi Celeste and Guillermo Perez has re-entered the pit. Oh, he's boxed. That is curtains for Guillermo Perez, one of our championship leaders, is out of this race. Oh no. What happened?
It's unfortunate. I didn't see what happened to Guillermo.
I don't see an incident here. So, oh no, there it is. We can take a look at what might have happened to Guillermo's race. This is coming down to the... Oh, this is near the pit entry. Oh, it must be a disconnect of some sort.
Did he miss the pits?
I don't think. You can't even return to garage when you're moving, right? So I'm inclined to think that's a disconnect more than anything else. He may still get going.
It might be. That's unfortunate to see, especially if it's
Oh, he just said in the Discord chat that he got disconnected.
Oh no.
Bummer.
Unless he has just come out of the
Simulated
pits.
technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Electrical gremlins for sure.
Those Corvettes are known to have suspension failures, so I mean, we'll just chalk it up to that, right? This would be the place to get one, so makes sense.
That's right. That's right.
Very brutal track on the cars. Vitello has closed up that gap to Nick Johnson, right on his tail. Of course.
Let's see how long Nick can keep him behind him. I don't know what Nick's thoughts are here. If he's going to try to keep him behind or just let him slide by and run his own race.
Well, I can tell you this. Nick Johnson pitted with about half an hour to go. We have about 15 minutes to go, and Nick is at roughly half fuel. So
he's flirting with the number, right?
He is trying it. He's going for it. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. He's about what is that? So he's about 25 seconds behind Grayson Head. Grayson about 8 seconds behind Casey. Casey 8 seconds. So he's about 40 seconds behind the leader at the moment. If the all top 3 were to pit, Nick Johnson would be in a very interesting position indeed.
He would be in the catbird seat?
There it is. I knew that was coming, Jesse. Thank you.
Come on. Softballs, baby. Softballs.
Yeah.
No, this is probably costing Dakota a ton of time stacked up here behind Nick. I don't know what their difference in lap times were before Dakota caught him, but this is actually playing right into Nick's strategy. If he is able to go the distance, he will easily be able to cover Dakota, who was more than likely on a 2-stop.
Yeah, Dakota is following the leader's strategy. They're all pushing pretty hard. Although, Dakota is probably not being helped by the 40 kilos of ballast that he's on today?
I'll have a lot, I know that much.
Yeah, it is a lot. So he's definitely kind of stuck there. He can't use the McLaren's typical straight line speed advantage as much with the ballast going really wide. It just shows you
I would
how
think he
hard-
would have taken the opportunity to pit right there.
Hmm.
And rather than take another slow lap behind Nick, just go ahead and take your pit stop now.
Well, maybe he
Take what you
fancies-
need and
he fancies
get free
I
air
don't-
again.
overtaking. Yeah.
Hey, take a look at that gap between Greg and Bailey.
Ooh,
Is it getting
6
smaller?
seconds.
That's getting smaller.
It was 12 last time we checked in. What's it down to now?
Yeah.
About 9?
6 seconds.
Oh, Dakota sends it up the inside on Nick. Did Nick get the better exit though? I think he did. Yeah.
Dakota just kind of having to check up on that tighter line on
He's
the
gonna
exit.
have to see those cheeseburgini legs in action.
Yeah, the Lambo just...
No way by that time. Good on you, Nick.
No, Jesse,
Yeah.
you're definitely correct though. Dakota should have, if he has to pit again, he should have pit that as soon as he gets behind Nick.
Yeah, this is costing him big time.
Yep.
Dakota really pushing
Let's
it.
see. Let's see if he pits this lap.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that confidence would have been high the last lap. I'm not so sure about this lap. See how this pans out. Dakota, they are coming through Le Mans, and Dakota is gonna stay out.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is a
So,
choice.
it's a
Interesting
learning
strategy.
I would call that a coaching moment. Coach him up at some point, Abe. What would you have done? You would have pitted, right?
I would have pit, yes, because especially in GT3s where you can see what everyone's VE is, you can kind of see that Nick's better off. So
Oh,
not really in a battle, so he probably should have pitted.
Well, Dakota does have the run coming out of Sunset. He's in the draft. Is he gonna size up a move going into turn?
He's
is.
taking a look.
going out. Yeah, he's alongside. He is through, and Nick Johnson, I
Can he
think,
stick it?
didn't really fight it too hard.
You can
or-
over-under on the exit here. Nick's not quite close
No.
enough to do it. Dakota's got him
No.
done.
If I was Nick, I would be thinking that even if Dakota gets fast, he gets the draft. And that's even better for fuel saving, because you don't have to put as much effort on the straights. You
If
actually
you
gain
can
a little
stay,
bit of
if he
freedom.
can stay tucked up under, yeah, absolutely. And he should have the straight line advantage, not carrying any ballast.
Yeah, but Nick Johnson kind of not able to keep up the gap. I think LMP2 traffic also playing a factor there.
Yeah, they got a car in between them now. It's going to be tough for him to stay in the draft.
Yeah, as Brian Craig went very wide on the braking zone there, probably a bit nervous around the GT3 traffic there.
Looks like we got a Mustang up in front of them as well. I'm not sure if that's a lapped car.
That is Tuna, yeah, he is lapped. I think he's just gonna let them by, no fuss. Go.
Good on you, too. You'd love to see it. I can't get them all through, but nice gesture.
Well, Ryan is probably just driving a recovery race at this point, so he wouldn't mind too much. I believe Ryan Balloon, by the way, is going to be racing those GT3s ahead for position, just to tell you how much of a recovery race he's having at the moment. First kind of
Oh, he backed it into the fence at turn 17 too,
He was
didn't
our first rear wing of the night. So,
He's
yeah,
on his second rear wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were tearing him up earlier. We haven't lost anywhere. Ooh, a little bit wide there from Dakota. Easy to do coming out of 16 there.
Yeah. Pushing real hard there. Still probably trying to close that gap. Johnson is 9/10 behind him, so I'd say that's a decent gap for you get a little bit of draft there. Not much, but it works.
I want to check on did Donnelly help with Bailey? Looks like he lost some time. Or is he in the pits?
Yeah. Bailey
Not sure.
has
We got
not
about 10
pitted.
minutes
He's
left.
had an incident. I'll go and look at that. What happened there? Yeah, I do see a yellow flag for Bailey, so we can take a look. Coming through. Oh no! Oh no!
Ooh.
That is goal.
Ooh.
Oh, he did go into the pits, but that was not a smooth pit entry.
Was he trying to go in the pits, or was that a mistake?
No, I think he was. I think he was trying to get in. I think he just came in
Yeah.
hot.
Another incident.
Watching it back on my screen. It looks like, yeah, it snapped on entry and he just kind of chased it. It tank slapped a couple times and he got the wall with the right rear corner.
Parker Thomas lapping Richie Wood there, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's another couple yellow flags. Hold on. This is more recent, but this is probably would explain the gap more. Coming through. Oh. Oh.
Well,
On the
there
exit
it
of Cunningham.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
is
more damage than what we had seen, or that probably was what cost him to get sideways, getting in the pits.
Well, yeah.
That's
I think
unfortunate to see.
no. He has Don Bailey has DNF'd. He is in the garage. He's out.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was just starting to put some chunks into Greg's lead there. I know he probably wasn't going to make it on the one stop, but Greg's going to have a lot of space now back to Hans.
Yeah, it's about 114, almost 2 minutes to Hans Montes. So I think Greg can take that pit stop. Where I'm pretty sure he has to, looking at his energy levels. Yeah.
I don't know where these guys are on strap, but that puts the Moist Master, James Rubio, onto the podium.
Rubio now making a habit of that. I did say at the top of the broadcast that I'm pretty consistent together. He's the only other race winner in LMP2 apart from Greg this season. So yeah,
I mean, we haven't talked about him. That's probably the best thing for James in this part of the race is that we don't find his car on track.
Both from a commentator's course perspective and just from a how his race is going perspective, I think that is absolutely true.
And neither his win nor I don't think any of Greg's wins have been on outright pace. It's just been not dying. And then for Greg's win in Brazil, it was fuel saving strategy.
Yeah. I wonder if something happened to the LMP2s with the patch or two or something. Because I remember the last season there wasn't this much carnage. Or maybe I'm misremembering, but this season has been pretty close as well.
Couple cars in the pits.
Yeah.
For the GT3s, we got a couple people I think making second stops.
Yeah, Ron Heslop and Dave Carter, who were battling earlier, are both in the pit lane. Dave doing a quick splash and dash. Oh, they're going to be pretty close on pit exit.
Yeah,
we get to see a little bit of action from these two.
Deja vu all over again. Here we go.
Let's see what happens, because the guy in the left lane has priority. He is established in the fast lane, but it looks like
he's going to be a nice guy. Let him in.
Being the nice guy.
Typical Canadian.
Yes.
Yep, as we see.
He's going to let him in. I'm sorry, folks. We were not taking off the air. I just killed the broadcast.
All right, now the question. So Casey's coming in from the lead of GT3. Now, will Nick be able to finish the race on his VE, or does he have to make another stop?
I'm gonna say option.
I don't even know. I don't even know where Nick is.
He is coming down towards Sunset. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so there's Nick. There's Casey in the pits, right?
Yeah, Casey's still in the pits. I think, or was that Casey just? He's. Oh no! Wait, what? Oh, there he is. Okay, for a second.
Casey's now out of the pits, and Nick is Nick is well clear of him.
Yeah, Nick is in the lead of GT3s at the moment. 8% VE as he crosses the line, though.
Oh, but how much?
He's 6 minutes.
He can't get there.
He's not.
No, he's got the pit.
He's got a pit. Okay. But he will get the advantage because we've got 2x fuel. A lap of fuel is actually kind of a big deal. It's going to save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
He'll have a shorter stop for sure.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee he's not taking tires. So, Nick, please don't take tires. If you can hear us, Nick, please. This is your inner crew chief talking to you. Don't take tires.
Greg just made his second stop, and he's out.
Greg pushed it pretty far too, about 50 minutes.
Greg is out. I'm going down the second stop at contest as well.
Yeah, I think all the other Greg was the last of the P2 cars to come in. So they would all have made 2 stops, and we are kind of just waiting on Nick Johnson. And I don't know if we ever caught up with Dustin, who's putting together a pretty good race here.
What on earth was that?
Just as we speak.
Huh. I think trying to get into the pits, but he had a
little
LT2 on the
miscommunication
outside and a GT3 on the inside, so we all know how that ends. That's unfortunate for Canale.
Okay, he ran wide with an LMP2 around him, and then looked like was that Willie who came in?
Yeah, that was Willie on the inside. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't see Willie up the inside. He turned right and down in front of Willie.
Yeah.
I mean, Willie couldn't have known he was coming to the pits with that line, so I don't think that's on Willie.
Yeah.
We'll let the stewards decide. That's their job.
Nick Johnson has come into the pits. Quick splash and
All right,
dash.
so that was a fast stop.
Yeah.
He's only gonna need what, about 2 laps of fuel?
Yeah. Casey Jackman has just crossed pit lanes. So
Okay, Casey's gonna pip him here. Let's see if he can get a podium position here on the pit exchange.
the real question is, where does he come out in relation to Grayson Head? I think Nick is just about ahead.
And Dakota, because he was
ahead.
battling Dakota. He should easily come out ahead of Dakota.
Yeah,
I would think.
He's out ahead of Dakota, but kind of slightly behind Grayson Head as Nick Johnson exits.
Okay,
the pits, so.
he didn't have enough of it. He didn't have enough advantage to jump Grayson, but impressive still.
Yeah, still a very good race from him. 12 positions gained this race, so that's a drive.
And his tires will be warm, so he should be right up to speed here.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the front runners anyone would have taken tires on such a late stop, but. Yeah, he's up to speed.
I'm wondering if Nick took tires all race, and I'm wondering if Dakota did take tires.
Well, Dakota, I'm pretty sure did, because
yeah, because we saw him. He fell behind Avi and Casey on that first set of stops. They all came in together, but he left significantly after them.
Keep an eye on that gap between Nick and Dakota, because if Dakota did take tires, we'll have some serious pace here at the end of the race.
So I'm struggling to get out of my mouth here. It's the fact that it looks like Dakota has pace, and we don't know if it's different tire strats or not, but he's closing in on Nick pretty quick.
Yeah, he's gained about 2/10 in that sector so far. Really closing up quick. So I'm guessing.
But we saw before he had a hard time. It took him 2 whole laps to get around Nick, and Dick was probably fuel saving at that moment. I gotta think Nick's not saving anymore. He's probably running flat out.
Yeah, so it's gonna be even harder for Dakota now to set up a potential move.
Nitin, where's Greg in relation to that battle between Nick and Dakota?
On track, yeah. What's Greg's on track position?
Greg is, I think, well ahead. He's crossing through Sunset, and they're going through.
Okay, so he's not gonna make them do an extra lap.
No, so I think Greg is starting the last lap for everyone.
No, I think he crossed the line with about 10 seconds extra time, so I think it'll be this lap and then one more for the LMP2.
135. He won't be able to do another lap. He'll be checkered flag.
No. Oh, he crossed the 135. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah, this will be the last lap.
Yeah, this will be his last lap. So that means these guys will be going on to their last lap.
Yes. So if Nick can hold off Dakota for one whole lap here.
Dakota gaining about almost 1.4 seconds that last lap between these two, and this is going to be really, really close all the way to the line.
Just keep it tight, Nick. Hit your marks.
Oh, was that a moment coming out of turn 4 or turn 5. Dakota's going to have a chance, but I'm going to
hold the inside, Nick.
Yeah.
Hold the inside.
No way, Nick. Let's just go without a fight.
Sorry to play favorites here. I might be for the underdog.
Just bump up that TC 1 or 2 clicks and just hit your marks.
That was
great. That was a great.
Or sorry, 7
hairpin. Yep, that was a great exit he got there.
Richie gets out of the way. Good on Richie. Nice to see that. Courtesy for let those guys race to the end.
Good blue flag behavior.
Couple more sectors.
Look how Dakota can just close up so close on the brakes with those fresh tires, though.
Yeah.
But Nick's getting some good exits.
Getting that Lamborghini, rotate and get on the throttle.
The line, I think, or he's at least very close to the line, I'd imagine. As these two are still going at it, I cannot look away from this.
It's a battle for 4th, but you would think it'd be the battle for the overall lead. But it is the best fight we have here.
Right at it.
All right,
Greg Kastner has
last
crossed the line.
couple corners here for Nick and Dakota.
Good exit
Dakota's got
out of
one more chance, and wow, what a run! Look at that Lamborghini pull away. He gone.
Even in the draft, Dakota just cannot.
Yeah, he can't touch him. All right, Dakota, let's Let's not see any miracles here.
He is gonna
Oh,
try.
oh,
He is
oh.
definitely gonna try.
Come on,
But,
Nicholas.
Nick did not-
They're gonna be
did
side by
not
side
get
on
a-
the exit.
Oh!
How did he not hit that wall?
Wow.
How did he not hit that
What
wall?
a finish.
What a finish.
Give him a round of
Wow.
Finish
applause
and
on
the
that
code.
one. What a race.
I know it wasn't for the podium, but holy moly. What a race. P4.
What a
Folks.
finish.
Yeah, in the meantime, we've had
The
quiet.
Cheeseburgini.
Cheeseburgini finishes in 4th place. Well done to you, Nick. That was a great drive. Your race winner, folks, Greg Cachadorian, and on P2s, James Rubio comes home. Oh, he's still driving out there. He's got a bit of damage, but he is going to finish second. As
Looks like he's missing
he
a front
can cross
tire.
the finish. Yeah, as long as he can
He's-
cross the finishing line, that is. He's pulling a Lewis Hamilton.
He-
So, did Hans and James swap positions?
Yeah, Hans finished P3. I think had to do a last-minute pit stop or something.
Is he missing a whole wheel?
He is missing a wheel. He is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
He just.
James Rubio is.
Wow, James, he is doing the literal Lewis Hamilton.
He is literally doing.
I'm sorry, it's another bad F1 reference, but it's the only thing that came to my mind.
Well,
I said I made a comparison to Silverstone earlier. We're getting it. We're getting a three-wheel
We're
finish.
literally getting the Silverstone finish.
This is the American version of, Silverstone. Ours is better though.
We have seen quite the race here, folks, as James Rubio making his way through sunset without a left tire, doing really well to hold on, and he will.
I think
take
he got the sparklers going a little bit earlier than he wanted to for the celebration. I can't believe he trucked that across the line for P2. Wow, that's awesome. Good job,
Incredible
James.
stuff. Incredible stuff. Hans Montes and the P2 finishes on the podium. Brian Crane in 4th and Ryan Balloon in 5th. I'd say they more just survived this race.
It seems to be the case.
It was a
Heavy
cursed
attrition.
race for sure.
Heavy attrition. Out of the 11 LMP2s that started, 6 have retired. That is a brutal race for them.
And we lost those 6 before the halfway mark.
Yeah.
We lost them pretty early in the race, really kind of in succession.
All right, well, I will bow out before you guys bring the podium guys in. Thank you for having me in the box. It's been enjoyable.
Well,
Good having you, Abe.
Don't
Don't the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
See ya. All right. To quickly round out the GT3 results, Avi Ganti takes a fine win. I believe his first win at OOFS in his second race with us, or third race with us. So well done to him. Casey Jackman finishes in 2nd, and Grayson Head rounds out the podium. Nick Johnson and Dakota Patella we saw with that incredible scrapper P4 earlier. Parker Thomas, through all the chaos, coming home to finish 6th. Well done. Patricio Fernandez in 7th, having a quiet race, which I think, given the nature of this race, is a pretty good going. Avi Tellez going up from, I believe he qualified in the 20s to 8th. Great job. MT Garney in 9th, his first top 10, I think, in the week. And Dave Carter rounds out the top 10. A great return from him, too. And the wait, no. The Corvette. Yeah, Dave Carter's in the Corvette. Yeah, he's come back and immediately cracked top 10, so good on him.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about it earlier that we could see some, I wouldn't say unexpected, but some variation in the finishing order here with people carrying ballast and the nature of this track and the way it races with multiclass, and we got exactly that tonight. We got a pretty exciting race from flag to flag.
Yeah, we had an incredible race, and now we'll pull up our podium, or whatever's left of it on the chat anyway. Welcome back, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hello, Lewis Hamilton. And Hans. Here we go. Gentlemen, welcome to the post-race interview. You've all been here before. You're familiar with the procedure. Congratulations on a great race from all of you. A lot of attrition in the P2 field. So let's start with you, Hans. How was that drive? Just a little bit of survival, or was it eventful?
Yeah, it was definitely survival. I felt like my pace was not great. I'm just glad I was able to survive that race. That's definitely the key word here. And I'm also very upset because I tried to go in for the single pit stop. I know Brian behind me was doing the same thing, but we just couldn't. We needed that extra lap. I finished that. I ended up fueling the second to last lap, and really upsetting too, because when I went in for pits, unfortunately, the game was not letting me pick no tires. It made me pick mixed tires. And
Oh
with the extra
no.
time, with that extra time coming around sunset is when Greg passed me. So when he when he hit the finish line, I too hit finish line right behind him. If that wouldn't have happened, I would have caught Rubio in his three-wheel
Oh,
finish.
that
It would have
was.
literally been Silverstone. Oh my goodness. You'd have been Max
Oh.
Verstappen.
uh, got robbed of another great drive battle to the line, but
It was tons of fun though. Tons of fun.
yeah.
Sorry, I thought I was doing you a favor. Sorry.
At first, I thought you did. I was like, heck yeah. I thought Brian was going to catch me because I came out on mixed tires. But then seeing that too, I was like, there was still potential for P2.
Yeah. Well, great drive nonetheless, Hans. Impressive to do and get another podium in the season.
Thank you.
Yeah. Moving on to you, James. You're getting a lot of nicknames. Moist Master, French Master. You're now Lewis Hamilton for today. Talk to us about what happened there in the last lap. That was quite the finish.
Yeah, well, the whole race was honestly surprising. I'm gonna give Brian the credit for giving me the good luck because my game crashed, so I had to start from the pit lane. And somehow I ended up in second place, getting hit in the last lap. Had to finish the last lap, three wheels. So I don't know. I'm surprised and impressed with myself, I guess, for somehow surviving to start literally behind both fields because I had to lap the GT3s early too, and because of the way the Sebring pit lane is, I had to lap the GT3s like three times. I feel like, and still to bring it home P2. That's some good luck. So shout out to Brian because somehow he called it, and I honestly thought about quitting before the race started. I was like, fuck it, but I don't know, expected this.
Yeah, good on you to keep your head down, get in it, and just put a drive together. Yeah, having to come through the GT3 field at the beginning of the race on cold tires had to be treacherous.
Yeah, because what I noticed is I think when you start on cold tires in the race, I think you're around 40, 50 C. Correct me if I'm wrong. I had to start ice 20 Celsius. So I had to spend, the first several laps just trying to get temps in my tires. And I decided to use the same set of tires the whole race. And somehow I kept consistently being anywhere from mid 149s to um, mid 150s as long as there was no traffic. So somehow the tires stayed alive for the whole stint, and I don't know. I don't know how I did it.
Would expect nothing less than somebody named the Moist Master to be able to take care of his tires.
Yeah.
Good job.
And Brian did call it
Thank
at the
you.
beginning, bud.
Shout out to Brian.
Congratulations, James. That was quite the finish and great race from you.
Thank you.
And Greg, now coming to you, man. You've been so just I don't even know. It's like I'm seeing you once again. Just talk to us about your race. How was that drive?
Yeah, it was treacherous at the start because I didn't know it was going to be that cold. Basically was very slowly building temps and could actually drive the thing. Bailey either just got him up the temp quicker or just sent it in the inside of sunset under the first lap and just kind of let him have it. By the time I felt I could actually drive the thing, he was already several seconds up the road, and at that point, I was just, all right, we'll just see what happens, save an extra lap, and just keep it clean. And I think literally everybody that was closest to me on pace had issues, or at least it was like closest to me on track had issues. So, yeah, it was kind of boring the last half of the race, but yeah, I'll take
Don't
it.
watch the broadcast because we didn't show any of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be thankful because the commentator's curse was really powerful tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
on
could
James and you.
see-
We both mentioned like if we don't put the camera on your car, it was a good thing tonight.
Yeah, I could tell there was a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, happy.
Yeah,
to,
good on you for keeping all the fenders and body work on it. The looks like the stewards will slide a few more kilos under those panels for you next week. Are you at max weight yet?
Yeah, we'll be next week.
What's max weight? 25?
30.
30. There it is. Settled from earlier. 30 kilos for another 3 races. Congratulations on the win, Greg. But now you have achieved max girth.
Yes.
That is something.
Just like in real life.
Just fear the fat.
That's beautiful. Well, gentlemen, congratulations once again on a great race. I will let you go back to the voice chat now.
Real quick, can we bring back up Hans real fast because he's been a regular up here now. He's been getting faster and faster. So I just wanted to shout out Hans because Greg is a given that he's always gonna fucking win, but the rest of the podium positions, it always feels like it's gonna be someone else, and then now it's me and Hans are somehow popping up here. So just want to shout him out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
got
both have been
Congrats,
doing
guys.
great.
race.
Yeah.
You got to finish at the end of the podium. So, hell yeah.
First, you must finish. Correct. Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah, congratulations again, guys.
Still,
Well done.
appreciate it.
Come out. Get those crazy GT3 drivers up here.
Oh my god, we have so much to talk about with those guys. So who? That's Avi.
Avi, Casey, and oh god.
And
Grayson.
Grayson.
That's
Yes.
Grayson, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
I totally whiffed on that.
No, I think you're pretty correct. So, gentlemen, welcome to the post-race interview for the GT3s. Well done to all of you. You guys drove great. Let's start with you, Grayson. Nice drive out there. We didn't see much of your race, which honestly might be a good thing. You watched the broadcast, you'll see. But talk to us about your race. How was that drive?
Yeah, it was. I got really lucky with an incident early on. Got a couple positions, narrowly avoiding a sideways. It was either McLaren or Lamborghini, I don't remember which. And yeah, I felt like my pace was pretty good. Me and Ganti had a moment, and I took some damage after that, and my straight line speed was just absolutely murdered. So I was just hoping to kind of keep sight of the people in front of me and hope that maybe they ran through their tires faster than me. So I was just trying to keep my tires alive because I knew the only chance I had was to just not take tires and not cook them before the race was over.
How did they feel getting out the end of the stint there? Did you feel like you still had the car underneath you, or was it pretty tough to hang on at the end?
Yeah, I mean the nice thing about running the Mercedes, the way I set it up, is the weight distribution on it is really good, and the front tires wear just slightly faster than the rear ones, so it gets a little bit more understeery as the stunt goes on, and I can just move the brake bias fast back as that happens, and and until I get down to like 20%, it feels balanced. Obviously, I've got to brake earlier in the corners, but yeah, no, it felt okay. Just I was probably 0.6 off pace between the damage and the tires.
Gotcha. Must have been a light tap. We didn't see any visible damage on your car, so interesting to know that. We just thought you were just kind of chilling, cruising, which it sounds like you were. Sounds like you just settled in and ran your race. So good on you. Congrats. Got you on the podium.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats, Grayson. Going on to you, Casey. Pretty great lap for pole there, but kind of just a moment in on. So, talk to us about your race. How was that drive there?
Um, pretty good race, given all the other races I've had for the season so far. The car feels great. I just had one moment, yeah, as I said, but just tried to turn in a bit too much. Got some oversteer and had to correct. But it was a fun race trying to figure out whether you can actually fuel save to get those laps in, or if it's a two stop if you need tires or not. So it was a lot of strategy, and I mean I did the best I could. Got on the steps, so happy with that.
Yeah, it looked like you just had a little. I think it was a slide coming out of turn 16 onto the backstretch. Did that catch you out there? Well, I mean, what led to that spin? Just trying to stay in front, or just to sort of something catch you off guard?
Yeah, I mean, Avi was kind of piling on the pressure a bit, and I was just trying to get in some decent laps, and guess I just put too much lock into the steering, and yeah,
Yeah,
just oversteered. So
it's a tricky corner. We were actually commenting. I think you were pretty lucky to get away with what you got. A lot of times when you hook that corner wrong and the rear end comes around, it actually goes to the inside and you hit the wall and it ruin your race. So good on you for saving the car there coming out of 16. That's the sketchy place to do it, and good job putting it all back together. Unfortunately, it cost you the spot for the lead, but I mean, you still brought it home P2, so you got to be pretty happy about that.
yeah, definitely, I'll be given all my other races for the season so far.
Congratulations, Casey, and I would like to apologize for the commentator's curse I may or may not have given you at that moment in the Le Mans.
It was definitely Nitin's fault. That's what I was trying to allude to.
It's all my fault. But yeah, congratulations again. Avi, great race, man. You look like you had the pace. Maybe qualifying didn't quite go according to plan, but then you more than made up for that in the race. Talk to us about that drive.
Yeah, I think, qualifying wasn't the perfect lap, and then I messed up my last flying lap. So just wanted to settle in. I thought I could pull up a one stopper, but kind of had to switch pretty quickly once I realized I would lose too much time to the two stopper. And then, yeah, just try to manage my tires, manage fuel. And then I was worried about Nick getting the one stop in. So try to gap that as much as possible just to see what could be done. So yeah, I think it was a good race. Unlocked a little bit of pace compared to the sprint race yesterday.
Yeah, to do
Nice. Yeah, we were watching that. Sorry, we were watching that with Nick and his fuel save to see if he was going to be able to make this stretch or not on your pit exit. If you were going to clear, I think we were all a little bit nervous he could do it, and what would be the outcome if he did?
We're all
yeah, I mean, I don't think I could cover the one stop. I think you're losing too much time. So I was worried, but I think it was just too much fuel to save. So kind of switched from that first end.
Yeah, you guys kind of broke away and pushed each other on that first stint, and I saw when you guys came in well before the halfway mark. I was like, well, these guys are fighting each other too much to get to the fuel save. We were curious if anybody could pull a fast one on the leaders, but you guys were just too strong. I think anybody to do a one stop here probably would have had to just give up so much pace to do that. It probably wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I agree. I think I just lose too much time and figured why even try. I fueled it a bit on the first end, got it in front of Dakota that way, and then just try to put as much pressure on P1, and things worked out.
They sure did. Well, gentlemen, congratulations once again on a great result. And now I will let you get back to the voice chat and chat shit about the replay.
Thank you.
Good racing, fellas. Have a good one.
Good night.
All right. So I know we're coming to the end, but I want to see if I can get Nick and Dakota and to talk about their little battle at the end. So Nick is here. Dakota may or may not be. We'll try to get a. We'll see if he comes back in. Oh, hey, he is here.
I am here.
Yes, good. Good to see you guys. We were following your battle from like the middle of the race, and we were seeing some incredible racing. So, I just want to ask you. No, I just want you to talk to us about that because that was some great racing. We'll start with you, Nick. What was your thinking on strategy throughout that whole battle? How did strategy kind of affect the way you approached it?
Nicholas?
Nick?
Oh, didn't realize I got dragged up here. I wasn't at my PC. Sorry.
Oh, hello. Oh, you're good. You're good. It was kind of last minute, but I just want to say, your battle at the end there, we were actually following it from like right in the middle of the race when Dakota first caught you before the pit stops. So that was some great racing, I will say, from both of you. And first off, kudos on that. I do want to ask, how much did strategy play into how you approached that battle? Can you talk to us a little about that a little bit?
Oh, once I realized the delta between us and how much he was closing on me per lap, I realized if I can keep him behind me for a lap, that's all I needed to do to hopefully come out in front of him. And it ended up working out. And once I realized my fuel burn was going up, I basically let him by at that point and knew I'd get him again once he went back into the pits. So it was strategy basically from the get-go for me to stretch that extra lap the first stint.
Now, you didn't take tires at all, Dick, right?
No, I didn't take tires, and I tried to one stop.
So by the time you got to the end there, your tires are probably screaming.
My left rear was 37%.
Oh my god.
So the last time through Sunset, I just coasted in, and I was like, if I can beat him to the bridge, I got him, and I did by a door handle.
We saw that wall that you got awfully close to the wall on the last lap, but
oh yeah,
that was great.
There was a lot of steering input, not a lot of steering.
I bet. Oh man, great to watch. Well, congratulations, Nick, on that P4.
Thank you. That's my highest GT3 finish.
Oh yeah, great job.
It's the best place to finish, Nick, because now you don't get ballast.
Yeah, I'm not angry about that.
Alrighty then. Yeah, went on Dakota.
It was a good race. Good.
Yeah, Dakota. That was some great battling. Very respectful. Talk to us about what you were thinking while you were sitting there. Were you thinking, because we were debating what was the right move if we were in your position. So I just want to hear your perspective first.
Yeah, I think when I came into the pits, it was a gamble to take tires or not, because I saw my tires were at around just over 80%, or just about around 80%. So I decided to take tires anyways, hoping that the new tires would get me more lap time. And then as soon as I forget who was in front of me when I came in the pits, maybe Casey. As soon as Casey pulled out of the pits and I was 15 seconds behind, I realized that maybe I made a strategy error.
Like miscalculation.
Yeah. And then Nick saw the back of Nick's car before going into the pits, and he defended really well, slowed me down a little bit. And yeah, so I pit and I came out, and then I saw him coming out in front of me, and I was just kicking myself. But he did really well, and I think if I never have to see the back of that cheeseburgini again, I'll be really happy.
No, don't take it
single white
personally,
cheese loves
Dakota.
you.
When you watch the replay back, we were really trying to coach you to pit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll watch the replay. Maybe I'll learn something.
We were like, "What's the strategy here? Why he's right behind Nick to get the splash done now, so he doesn't pass you on the jump." Good on both of you. I mean, Nick, you made that cheeseburgini pretty wide for a few laps there, and Dakota, it was good patience for you. Just hard to find a spot to get it done. You were looking, we were watching. We were like, I mean, I don't think there was an opportunity you weren't ready to pounce on.
I can tell you when I pulled out of the pits after my stop, it said 27.1 laps, and I was absolutely crapping my pants going, did I underfuel by a lap? Because I finished with like 0.9 V.
Oh, good. We were hoping you put enough fuel in it to push. That was our other coaching. We're like, all right, hopefully Nick was smart enough to put a little extra in than his regular burn because he only needs to get you only needed 2 laps, right?
Yeah. So it said 26.9 when I went in, so I'm like, all right, that'll be 27. And then as I was pulling into the pits, it changed to 27.1, and I'm like, well, I'm done.
We were
And
a
then I
little
pulled
worried
out and I went
where Greg
back
was
down.
when relative to your position, if you were going to get screwed if Greg got around you, but luckily that you guys didn't have to deal with that.
I'm grateful, trust me. I might have to give him a bottle of whiskey now.
Well, that was insane. That was very fun to watch. Congratulations on the race, both of you. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll let you guys go back to now.
See ya.
Appreciate it.
Well, Jesse, that was quite the race. I just want to say before we get to the ending, thank you very much for coming in. And I know it's probably not the easiest decision to, leave the field and come in here and just watch, but I do really appreciate the help. Thank you very much.
Of course, happy to be here. Don't worry, the Purple Helmet's car will be back. There's just a little bit of administrative conversation happening about some of the latest developments. We didn't get into that tonight. We'll stay on that. We'll save that for a more boring race if we ever get one. Because I don't know when we would have talked about it tonight. There was so much action on the track. We didn't get any downtime. Some great battles all throughout the field. Carnage everywhere. We lost half our LMP2 field before we even got to halfway. Avi is a new winner for Multiclass, correct?
That is correct.
This is his first Multiclass endurance format win, so congrats to Avi. Nick Johnson with a P4, that's a great result for him. We saw Grayson Head get on the podium. I thought he might have a good run tonight. Good on him. James Rubio gets on the podium again, somehow. So we saw some new faces towards the front like we thought we might with some of the incidents and the way the traffic played out, and it turned out to be, a great battle between the strategy and the on-track racing. I mean, I was thoroughly entertained, so appreciate you having me here, Nitin.
Yeah, I am always happy to have you in here in the booth. And on that note, this has been a great race, and once again, big thank you, Jesse. And I'm Nitin. We have been OOFS, and we will see you for the next race.
Good night.